So in this video, I'll just quickly give my opinion on the best camera to use to record Instagram Reels, or I suppose TikToks, any kind of social media content, whether it's during the nighttime or even the daytime. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that I've started making a lot of these kind of cinematic Reels. And due to the fact that a couple of them have got a lot of views, almost daily I got every day, almost hourly, I get so many questions about which camera I use, and the answer might surprise you. Most of my reels are currently filmed with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Even though I own the Sony a7S III and I own a bunch of other cameras, I find it easiest to simply record with my phone because the video quality is good enough and this phone has stabilization. Now, when I say this, it doesn't mean you have to buy an iPhone 13 in order to record Reels. It just means that any kind of modern flagship phone within the last 2 years, I would say, is probably going to be good enough, and that shouldn't be your main focus. You shouldn't necessarily buy an iPhone just to record Reels, but instead focus on the other things and not let the camera hold you back. I've also recorded some Reels with my DJI Pocket 2. Usually people can't tell the difference because, sometimes people ask which camera you used, and the time I used the DJI Pocket 2, but then people think I used the iPhone. Doesn't matter. The reason you don't use the Sony is simply because then I would require a gimbal and it's kind of overkill. You don't need that amount of quality. And honestly, the quality difference isn't that big anyway, unless you're shooting something very specific, like something super low light footage where you have to use that ISO 12.8 Or the other reason I would use a Sony is if I'm filming something that requires a thin depth of field, because you can't really do that with the iPhone unless you're really close to the subject. But if you want cool bokeh, then yeah, sure, do it with a Sony. Really want to go overkill, just get a gimbal, and one of the gimbals that does the social media aspect, and record with a Sony. If you already have a Sony and a gimbal but not the best phone, do it. It's gonna make you get in shape while allowing you to get the highest possible quality of reel. Another reason I like the phone though is simply because it's already on my phone, and then I use CapCut to edit them and color grade them, and that's just a very easy workflow without having to spend too much time importing the footage into my laptop and then editing it. And then if it's a small slight adjustment, I don't have to go back and sync it to my phone from my laptop. I can just directly do it with the phone. The DJI Pocket also is good. I had this camera for much longer time than I had my iPhone, and that's why I use it. And it has the same phone benefit as the phone because it's super small. So those would be my recommendations. Really, the camera doesn't matter as much as you would think. When recording live footage, I prefer to expose for the highlights when it comes to recording phone footage, because the phones tend to overexpose footage if you let the meter do all the work. So I usually record with -1. I haven't used every single phone. I haven't done a comparison because, again, that's not really what it's about. It's about the scene and what you're recording and how you're using the phone. If you have an older phone that doesn't have stabilization, get one of those inexpensive gimbals for your phone. That's gonna be a big benefit in the quality of your video. If you want to learn more about making cinematic reels, if you want to learn some secrets that I don't dare to tell you here on YouTube because they would just get oversaturated too quickly, I have created a video course covering 3 parts. So it's a way to support my channel and learn a couple of things that I'm not letting publicly available. It will cover 3 things. First, a couple of marketing principles that I use to ensure that my reels have the most potential to go viral. And it's been working pretty well recently. I've in the past 2 months I've gone from 83,000 followers to 146,000 at the moment of recording this video. And if you want to get some proof about how well it works, just check my current number of followers if you watch this far in the future. I'm pretty confident it's going to keep working. Hopefully that happens, or I'll look really stupid. The second part is going to cover a more in-depth look of how exactly I film everything with my phone and my DJI Pocket. I'm going to give you the exact settings. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's just what I do, and a lot of people are curious, so I'm going to cover that in there. And the third part is going to be how exactly I edit my footage on either Premiere Pro or CapCut, how I color grade my mobile footage. And I also include a free LUT that you can use. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.